those of you, thank you for those of you who have stuck with me. We had some technical problems, but we are live now. Welcome to Yoga for Healing. I'm Dr. Atusa Kourosh. I'm a pediatrician and allergy and immunology specialist and a public health specialist. And I'm also a yoga therapist. So to assist my friends, my family, my patients in this uncertain time, when the world seems to have turned upside down and it's hard to find our center and it's hard to find our grounding, I am offering this practice for free today. It's a brief practice, it's family friendly, and it is gonna shake your world up, but also bring you down to the ground. So that'll be really good. I'm so happy to be practicing with you today, and I hope that you will invite your friends and family for future posts. This is in honor of the Festival of Rizwan. The Baha'i Faith is celebrating a 12-day festival, which Rizwan means the Garden of Paradise, and this festival celebrates the divine springtime, which is the spiritual regeneration of the human race. And that, I think, is what's happening right now, what's being set in motion. So the earth is coming alive because it's spring, and our spirits are being renewed. So I'm offering this as a gift in honor of Rizwan to everyone. So the way that we need to begin is to sit on our mats, and you can actually sit on a cushion or a block or something if you want to elevate your hips above the level of your knees, which is really helpful for practice. And you can also you can sit cross-legged and shoulders down your back and head high, and close your eyes and place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly, and begin to breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice how your chest rises as you inhale and your belly puffs out, and then as you exhale, your belly comes in and your chest falls. And that is the natural rhythm of chest and belly breath. So keep that going. And while you're doing this breath practice, just set an intention for your practice. And this intention can be a present tense sentence, like I am happy and healthy, or I am calm and peaceful, or any number of those things. Just put it together and say it to yourself 3 times. And then we're going to experiment a little with the control of our breath. So inhale for 5 counts. Inhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out your breath for 1. And then inhale again for 5 counts. Hold for 1. Exhale for 5. Hold for 1. One more time at your own breath pace. 5, 1, 5, 1. Good, and then just flutter your eyes open and begin to circle your spine. So you're inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you cave in and go back. Inhale forward, exhale back. And going in circles, 4 in one direction, and then go the other direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Good. And after you've done that, just allow yourself to come to all fours, and you can get rid of your cushion or whatever you were using. And we're going to do a toe stretch pose, which is one of my favorites, and any of you who've taken my class have probably seen this pose more than once, but I'll do it from the side so you can see. So you basically turn your toes under and sit back onto your toes. Now for some people this is not accessible, their toes don't flatten all the way. So if that's the case for you, then go back and let your toes just contact the mat, and then lean forward and let your knees come forward. So you can rock back and forth with your knees forward and then back onto your toes. But if you can sit here comfortably on your toes like this, then try that for just a minute. Inhaling and exhaling, not a minute, I mean like 10 seconds. And if this is too hard, just give your toes a break and stand up and then go back down. Good, and then lean forward and tap, 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 tap your toes to shake out all of that energy that you just liberated from your toes. So, and now we're going to do a great practice for grounding, which is called self-adjustment of the spine. It's a Kundalini Kriya, which means it's a sequence specifically designed for a specific purpose in Kundalini Yoga. So the way that we do this one is that has 4 parts. The first part is tree. So some of you know tree pose. You've done it many times. And we're going to do that now. So we're going to start standing on our left foot. So splay your toes out and let them come down on the mat. Contact the floor very well with your left foot. Let your right foot either kickstand like this or come to your shin, not to your knee though, or all the way to the thigh. And if it's okay here on the thigh, you can stay here and come to any position with your hands, heart center or tall tree with raised branches. Or if you can progress this even more, because you can bring your right foot into your left hand and then reach around and grab your left elbow with your right hand. And we're just going to be here for 1 minute. And find a place on the wall that you can look at to steady yourself. That's called a drishti or a gaze point. And make sure you're breathing. And we're more than halfway there, believe it or not. We're almost there. And try to keep yourself steady and focus on the contact with the ground. And if you're in this position, focus on pressing into your left leg with your right foot, but also pressing into your right foot with your left leg. Good, and then release it and shake it out. And let's do the other side. So right foot, splay the toes and spread them out onto your mat. And then bring that left foot to wherever it's supposed to go. And bring your hands to whatever position you did on the other side. We want this to be symmetric. Wobbling is good. Falling out is even better. Just laugh it off and get back into the pose. And again, if you want the progression, or if you did it on the other side, do it on this side. And breathe. Find something that's not moving, a small point to stare at in front of you. And connect to your center of gravity. Stillness is so hard to find sometimes. Stillness of mind and body. Good, we're almost there. And the next one's going to be fun. So shake it out. Shake it out. And now for this next part, I'm going to need some music because it requires some energetic infusion. So this is crow squat. So interlace your hands and put them on your head. And your feet are a little bit more than hips width apart. And we're going to start squatting. And you're basically going to squat. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to drop it like it's hot. We're just going to do this for 1 minute. I know that seems like a long time. Try not to push down on your head. Keep your neck straight. Keep breathing. And when it's at 1 minute and 16, we'll know that we've done a minute. So, how far is it? Is it 116? Almost done. And done. Shake it out. Shake everything out. So you thought that move was hard. This next one is going to be a little bit more challenging, flexibility-wise, but I think you can do it. So I'm going to show you again from the side. This is kind of a booty bounce move, but it's really good. So the way that this works is, so I'm going to change the angle of my mat a little bit so you guys can see better. You bend forward and you lace your hands around your shins. And then your back is totally straight. And you're looking kind of forward and to the ground. And you do inhale, exhale, with the inhale up and the exhale down, little bounces, 11 times. And then you stand up for 5 seconds and you shake it out. And then we're going to do 11 more times. So back down here. So that was 11. And we stand up again. I know this is hilarious, right? But it's really going to realign your spine. Your upper and lower back, it's all going to put everything into alignment. Again. And then stand up. That was 11 times. And then the last time, we're going to do one last time, because it's like for a total of a minute. And stand up and shake it out. And then the last piece of self-adjustment of the spine is a modified windmill pose. So we're going to splay out the feet. Let me turn my mat a little farther. Splay out the feet, past shoulder width. So this is shoulder width, and my feet are past shoulder width. Past shoulder width, and then hands go out. And what you're doing is you're exhaling and turning to put the pinky of one hand on the pinky toe of the other foot. And you want to keep your spine as straight as possible. Pinky toe to pinky. Hand pinky to toe pinky. And we're going to do this for 1 minute as well. And while you're doing this, make sure to keep your core strong. Don't let yourself bend or sag. Keep your head stretching away from your hips. So keep your spine as long as possible. You guys are doing great. Just a few more, you can do it. Almost there. One more each side. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good, shake it out. That was hard work, right? You guys did amazing. So the next thing I want to show you is a realignment of the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. The fight or flight reflex is something that we're all feeling right now because the world is so full of stress and fear, and we want to counteract that. So one of the ways you can get back into your body and grounded is doing this pose, and it's also a little bit of a balancing pose. Not as much as tree, but still. So you cross right over left, and you cross your right arm over your left arm. And then interlace, but the way that feels weird. So everyone has a normal way of interlacing and a way that feels weird. So go to the way that feels weird. Flip that hand inward, place the thumbs on the chin, stretch your head high, inhale deeply, exhale, and close your eyes. So 3 inhalations and exhalations minimum in this balanced, challenging, inward meditative posture. Breathe long and deep. This is a really good one in moments of anxiety. Shake it out. After 3 or 4 breaths, you can release it. In moments of anxiety, it can really center you and bring you into the moment. Cross left over right, left over right. Remember to cross in a way that feels weird, and bring it in, and Thumbs on the chin, head high, close your eyes. 3 breath minimum. Focus on your feet, how they're balancing you on the floor. How when you close your eyes, you're challenging your balance. If you don't challenge your balance, you will not improve your balance. So this is a good way to challenge it. One more breath and let it go and shake it out. Very good. Everyone, you've come with me this far. Let's do 2 more breaths, practices, and then we will close this practice, okay? So the first one is called Breath of Joy, and it really helps to center you in the moment, to bring you joy, to bring a smile to your face. It's wonderful. Kids love it. It's 3 inhalations with your arms out in front, so forward, side, forward, and then exhale. So inhale, 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 exhale. I never cease to smile when I do Breath of Joy. It always brings a smile to my face. So that's a really, really good one. And for the next one, we're going to go to the ground again. So sit back down. This is almost the end of your practice. You've done awesome, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with me in this brief practice. Sit cross-legged, but again, not a way that feels normal, but the way that feels abnormal. So when I sit cross-legged, my left leg tries to go in first. So I'm purposely bringing in my right leg first. So sit cross-legged, and then inhale deeply, and exhale through the mouth in a blowing fashion. Two more. That's not actually the breath practice. That's the preparation for the breath practice. So the breath practice is actually, it's called Sitlali breath. And it is a way to cool yourself down if you're feeling overheated. Like right now, we've done this really warm practice. But it's a way to also cool yourself down in other ways. So if you feel like things are running wild, you can bring yourself down to a lower level and ground yourself using this one. So it's a very good one. So one of the ways you, if you can roll your tongue and make a little folded tongue out of it, then do that. But I can't do that. So I'm one of the genetic recessives that can't do that. So if you can roll your tongue, you're going to breathe in through that rolled tongue, like that rolled tongue. But if you can't, then you press your tongue against the back of your teeth and inhale through that. So and we're gonna inhale through the pursed mouth, through a round mouth. So, and then tuck your chin and exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And if you can stick your tongue out and roll it, do that. Try to make your exhale really long. There you go. So I'm feeling really cool and centered. So we're going to set up now for just a 1-minute meditation. And I want you to come into this heart-centered meditation with me. And it's a way to increase your trust in yourself and be in your body and be on the ground. So we're going to sit just like we're sitting and place your left hand on your heart again and your right hand over your heart on top of your left hand. Close your eyes. Recall the intention that brought you to this practice. Say it to yourself 3 times. And then let the intention go into the universe and embrace with me the intention, a group intention to be grounded, to be calm, to be the strong base for a foundation for a new world. because we can all be that. And focus your eye gaze inward and upward toward your third eye point, the center of intuition, at the center of your forehead. Deepen your breath and meditate with me for a moment. And as you're meditating, I want to share with you a passage from the Baha'i Sacred Writings where it says, all things were immersed in a sea of purification on the first day of Rizwan. So the holy festival of Rizwan is also a purifying time. So concentrate on the purification of the world and the strengthening and revitalization of society with your heart energy. Slowly let your hands fall into your lap. Close your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I encourage you, even if you're busy, to take time for Shavasana. That's the corpse pose that you lay flat. I'm going to do it right now as soon as I end this Facebook Live video for a minimum of 5 minutes. Take even 2 minutes if you can, just lay flat. Shavasana is one of the most important poses of yoga, and I think it's really important that you never skip it. So I'm going to close right now with Shavasana, and I hope that you will join me. And you can put a cushion under your knees, or you can put your feet up on something, like a chair, or you can just lie flat. And in this moment, you should just be. Allow yourself to be here. Remember the meditation on breath that we did earlier. You can anchor yourself in the breath to stay in the present moment. Go back and take a longer Shavasana in a moment. But I want to close this Facebook Live and Instagram Live session with a chant. It's an ancient Sanskrit chant that many people are very familiar with, and it's just Om, which is the sound, the universal sound of the universe that encompasses all sound, and then Shanti, which is peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Continue, if you're in a state of relaxation, to stay there, and join me next time for our practices together. I so enjoy practicing with you. Thank you so much.